What's up, guys? Dom here with Restricted America. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I've been trying to pump out a lot of videos about the Massachusetts new gun bill, H4 885, and it's now signed into law. It's called Chapter 135 of the Acts of 2024. And basically, the big question I guess a lot of people are wondering is, when is Massachusetts gun owners going to get relief from this? So there's a lot of things going on right now. Basically, the first thing is GOAL, or Gun Owners Action League of Massachusetts. They're trying to force a ballot referendum come November. So obviously, you guys know there's a big presidential election coming this November. There's usually ballot questions. Basically, they want to have a ballot question to repeal this whole bill and get it out of the law. And to do that, they need at least 50,000 verified signatures of registered voters that are Massachusetts residents. So they need at least 50,000. These petitions, they're going to be in person. They're not available yet as of the making of this video. Today is August 3rd, but we're hoping that they're going to be available soon, because there are obviously effective, timelines in place that we need these signatures by. So they need at least 50,000. They want at least 70,000 to be safe, but I would say that you want way more than that. Like, we want at least probably like 100,000 signatures. There's at least 600,000 people living in Massachusetts that are gun owners, and I know we can at least get 100,000. I think we can do that. I mean, I know loads of people that, are a little bit more conservative leaning that would sign this petition, and they're not even gun owners. So I wouldn't say just gun owners are going to sign this. I would say once these petitions are available, let's get everybody to sign them. Like, anybody that's willing. It's also great because it will get them involved. It will get them, kind of knowing about this issue. It will inform them about that ballot question come November. They still have to formulate what that question is going to look like. If it's going to be a yes or no question. I'm assuming, like Toby Leary said on Cape Gunworks, if you don't watch him, definitely do that. He provides great information on all this stuff. But he thinks that it's going to be a yes for keeping the bill and no for repealing the bill. But I think that's just a preliminary guess. Don't hold that, against us. Don't take that into strong consideration because the information is not out yet. But, this could be worded badly. It could be worded generically, neutral. We don't know yet, but they have only so much time to formulate that question and how it's going to be worded. So that's the first initiative. If they get those 50,000 signatures that are verified, this whole bill gets put on hold. And, according to Toby Leary, he says that, he's asked lawyers and stuff that if this goes on hold till the November election, this August 1st deadline won't be valid anymore, and it will have to be, canceled out. So basically, I think gun stores will still be able to sell new stuff until, we'll kind of get like a preliminary relief, I guess, or preliminary injunction, even though it's not really called that. Again, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. So that's the first initiative that GOAL's trying to do. If we don't get enough votes come in the 30-day period that we're supposed to, it will go into next year's election, and we'll have the hold on the whole bill until next November, which would actually, honestly, in my own opinion, would be better than having to vote on it this election, because you're also going to have a lot more voters that are, active voters this cycle. There's going to be more anti-gun, I hate to say it, anti-gun, more liberal-leaning voters out, and they might crush that ballot question and not give us a chance to repeal this law. So honestly, I think if it went to next year, we'd have that longer relief. We'd also, I think, have a better chance at repealing the law. I know there's the factor of not having the same momentum as we would now, because, you know, everyone's involved right now, everyone's excited. Well, excited's a strong term. I would say concerned and active. And if you wait till next year, maybe not as many people will be involved, and they'll kind of just say, hey, I don't care anymore. But I still think, you know, either way, I think there's hope with this first initiative, and I think we're going to win that way. But if that doesn't work, there's also other initiatives. Goal just filed their first lawsuit. I've talked about it in another video. It's being filed against the license and training requirements. That's honestly, you know, besides the 8/1 deadline with assault style firearms, the training and licensing requirements are kind of first up with how much of a problem they're going to cause, because it will actively stop people from becoming newly licensed and gun owners. So that's the second initiative. Goal has already filed that. I think they filed or August 1st. Don't quote me on that. They released a message, so if you want to see that, they've put the form out of the filing. It's on their website, so definitely go check that out if you're interested in that. And obviously the third initiative, I think Goal is planning on filing more suits if we can't repeal this law. But there's also lawsuits all over the country with these types of bans. There's also these bigger groups that are going to be filing lawsuits all over the country. Maybe not specifically with Massachusetts, but they, you know, some are, like the NRA is going to be filing in Massachusetts challenging this new bill, or certain parts of this bill. There's already huge lawsuits in progress, which is really the important thing. There's lawsuits that are awaiting the Supreme Court, which, you know, like assault weapons bans and mag capacity bans, that if those are granted cert and they're decided favorably towards the Second Amendment, that provides relief to all of us legally. And, you know, you'd say, well, what if Massachusetts just just doesn't listen to the Supreme Court? And like, that's a valid concern. I understand that. But if the Supreme Court says something, it's the law of the land. And if Massachusetts still tried to enforce something like that, I would say do not comply, you know, because it wouldn't be breaking the law. Massachusetts would be breaking the law. And because what the Supreme Court says is the law of the land. And I know some, you know, people, Massachusetts don't like to hear that, but, you know, this isn't a rogue Supreme Court. This isn't, you know, they aren't making crazy decisions. They're making pretty moderate decisions, and they happen to be more conservative leaning right now. But I think that's a good thing. You know, I think the court system needs to be a little bit conservative. That's basically the third initiative, is all those current ongoing lawsuits. They should be, at least one of them should be within the Supreme Court's case log within the year. Again, if it's decided favorably, which I'm sure it will be. So I know a lot of people are saying just like there's not a lot of hope, but I just want to remind everybody there is hope. I don't think they're coming for your guns right now. I think we're in good shape. I think Massachusetts bit off way more than they can chew with this bill, and they're gonna regret it, because, you know, the legal battles that we're going to be bringing, you know, the full grassroots support of the people in fighting this thing is going to be insane. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that. And, you know, I appreciate everybody that's watching, supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns, put them down in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to do that now. Other than that, stay unrestricted, folks.